Hi Kaleem, can you say something about yourself?
My name is Kaleem. I am 21 years old and right now I am working.
What's your civil status?
I'm single at the moment.
Right. So you're working where?
In Acquire, in Eastwood.
What country did you came from?
Actually, I was born in the Philippines, but I was raised and I grew up in Pakistan most of my life.
I see. Are your both parents born and raised there as well?
No, my dad is from Pakistan. He's a Pakistani, and my mom is Filipina. So I'm
Half.
half blood.
Half blood. So do you find, did your parents teach you English or where'd you learn it?
Yeah, I think they had no choice but to teach me English because we were traveling from between Philippines and Pakistan very often. So it was hard for me to adjust to the language. So what they decided was that they wanted to teach me English because whether I'm in the Philippines or Pakistan, English was the medium of all languages. So me and my brother were raised in English.
So it wasn't difficult?
No, it was almost like my mother tongue. I mean, I spoke it since I was a kid. So, yeah.
Which school did you study English?
I studied English in every school that I...
Also every single one?
Yeah, in every school, whether it's, I mean, in England, because I also studied did my primary school in England. So yeah, it's a given. Every subject is in English. But except in Pakistan, it's only the English subject where all the conversation is done in English. Whereas in such as maths, geography, it's half English, half Tagalog. But yeah, we studied English even in the Philippines. I did my elementary.
Oh yeah, it's a second language here in the Philippines.
Yeah. So yeah, in every school there was the English subject. So yeah.
So still in Pakistan, there's still...
Yeah, there's also English subject.
In your school, were there your classmates from other races too? Or
Who?
with your school before in Pakistan, were your classmates came from other races?
No, most of them, like 99%, were local people who were Pakistani. There were a few who were from Kenya, who were from Abu Dhabi, but they were still half blood. I've never met anyone who is pure foreigner or pure non-Pakistani.
How would you describe the way students learn English in Pakistan?
I think it's sad that the way they teach English, it's very mechanical and it's very scripted. It's grammar, present tense, pronouns, all the grammar. There's nothing fun about learning English because it's like learning math. When you want to say a sentence, there's a certain formula. You have to use past tense, and then you have to use that word if you're gonna say something about the past. So yeah, I mean,
It's
learning
textbook,
English.
I guess.
Yeah, textbook. There's nothing conversational, nothing fun. It's just when you speak English, you have to follow the rules of English, right? Shakespeare, like that.
What are the materials used in teaching English in student in your school in Pakistan?
In Pakistan, we use textbook mostly. There's no electronic or other medium of teaching English. It's just textboard and board. Textbook and board.
Was the teacher's performance helpful or in speaking good English in Pakistan, you think?
They are helpful if you want to learn. Like I said, if you want to learn textbook English, grammar, pronunciation, you just remember the present tense, the clause, and you know, the very technical side of English. But it was not fun. I mean, they themselves were bad in speaking English, but they know the rules of English, right? So, I mean, they
It's
were
the application.
yeah. They were not fluent in speaking English. They just know the rules of if you want to say something in the future tense, then you have to use a specific word. They know that. It's all rehearsed and
Script.
yeah, scripted, very scripted. Yeah.
No, I see. Do you think that teaching English is important in countries where it's not the main language?
I think it is important, but it's not. What do you say? Like, in a sense, it's like a stereotype. If somebody knows how to speak English, that means that guy is rich or he's was very smart. So I mean, although I grew up speaking the English language, most of the time I was the backbencher, you know, near failing grades or getting detention. So yeah, it's sad that there's a stereotype where if somebody knows how to speak English, then you assume that he is smart or he has a rich background. So yeah, I mean, I know a lot of my friends, they cannot speak English at all, but they're always the high achievers, the honorary something like the top 3 in the school. So yeah, English is not important, but people make it important, especially in the third world countries.
Oh, I see. So you don't agree with this?
No, it's not necessary, but that's how people judge you.
That's true. Do you think English still needs improvement in Pakistan?
Yes, it does. I think we have to learn English, not the textbook or scripted or mechanical way. I mean, I had a friend, his name was Hasnan, and he was very, very poor when I first met him. Not very poor, very poor in speaking English when I first met him. So within 1 year, he, after hanging out with me, he always asked me, why do we use this in the past tense? What is the past tense of this? Or when you say the sentence, why do you use this word? And just through conversation alone, he's very fluent now. Through conversation, that's how you learn another language, through conversation, because you learn the words which you need, right? You don't. I mean, it doesn't have to be so structured and so. So what do you say? So not scripted. So what do you say? So formal.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in everyday language, it's very slang. What's up? What you doing? Right? What are you doing today? Yeah, they don't teach that in textbooks. So that's why people don't choose to learn English, because they feel like they have to say every word correctly. Right? So I think they're just missing the